I've got about 60% of my revenue coming in from just two clients, and it's keeping me up at night. Everyone's telling me to diversify my client base, but when I'm prospecting for new business, I'm ending up neglecting my top clients. How do you go about building a sales system that's consistently bringing in new business without sacrificing on those clients that are actively paying the bills?
Let me seek clarity here. So is he saying, so he's got she has a couple big clients, right?
Mhm.
And by prospecting for more clients, you are feel like you're not paying the right sort of attention to your existing big clients. Is that
Correct.
right? You know,
Correct.
and I guess I don't know all the details, right? I'd ask some questions like, well, how big are these? Are they, and how much time do they take? And a couple of thoughts come to mind. It can be dangerous just to have a couple, like one big account. Chuck and I are working with a guy right now who has a monstrous account. Most of his business the last few years has come from that account. Constantly, Chuck and I have been saying that's good, but it's
Mhm.
dangerous because if that one goes away, and they're going away. They just got bought by a venture capital outfit and they're going away. And he is stressing. And he's had them for
A decade?
something like, yeah, at least. So when he got that and we started seeing business come from it, we're going, okay, build around it. Because I always imagine it like a brick wall. And if you've got one big, or like a wall, and if you've got one big stone, uh, okay, that's good, but you need to put a lot of others around it. So when that big one falls apart, it crumbles, it rolls away. You still have a good semblance of a wall. I remember years ago too, we landed one of the biggest accounts in this sort of category. And we made we brought in like 50 grand a month or something like that.
Mhm.
The problem was you do neglect everything else because this particular account, I shouldn't say you do, this particular account took a lot of hand holding. And I was busy dealing with it for the 3 months that we had it. That was
Mhm.
my only job, and
Mhm.
everything else sort of went by the wayside. Thankfully, we had other people adding accounts and that, but nonetheless, I dealt with it a lot, and I wasn't particularly, like, excited about that because I knew if it went away, it was a high risk sort of business, and it did go away, and then we were back to, we'd made enough to buy a nice European car, but in the meantime, what could we built something, we could have gained momentum in other areas. So anyway, so I guess it depends how you're servicing this account too. One of the things that I like to do, and both Chuck and I recommend to people on our sales team, is that we have support people. We like, if I sell something and I'm having a great relationship and rapport, and they say yes, one of the things I always say, one of the things I always say at the end is, hey, if you have any questions about anything that's going on, you can always call me, but I won't necessarily always have the answers at hand. We have a team of people who are really good. They have everything that you're probably ever going to ask for right at their fingertips. So here's their phone number, here's their name. So if anything happens, you have any questions, call them. And if you don't get everything that you think that you should, always call me. But they're really, you can always call me and we can, chat about whatever. But if you need help in these areas, call these people because they can help you best. And one of the ways I set that up too, I go, and when you want help, you probably want answers right away, right? Yes, right. So there we have these people. So now they know that, don't call me. Call somebody on my
Mhm.
team that can help you out if you really need me. You've got my cell phone number. Just give me a jingle and I'll be there to figure everything out, help as far as you need. So I would say, I would also say, well, what are you trying to achieve? And, are you wanting to grow? And obviously it sounds like they want to grow, but they're spending so much time. We see that, don't we, Chuck? And so many
Mhm.
salespeople, you know, most people in sales want to do customer service too. And though it sounds like the right thing to do, then it takes them away from sales. And so, but it's in the setup, right? It's in the setup at
Mhm.
the end. Hey, when now call these people, I'm always here if you need. And then it doesn't feel like you're abandoning them. Or if they do
Mhm.
really need something, it can't track you down. Or he just sold me and then he jets.
Yeah.
That's no good. So you want a nice warm handoff to somebody that that you trust that they're going to handle your business with this client properly. So it frees you up to go get more business. That's how I would look at it. Chuck, you have a
I think because he's kind of made his bed right now, right? So he's got these two
yeah,
clients, or she, whomever. I think you just, depending on the scope of the business and what it means to quote unquote support this client, you got to start delegating. I would reach out to the client, keep my rapport a cooking, go, hey, I just brought on somebody to help me out. I want to make sure you get top shelf service that hopefully you've been getting, continue to give you, or I want them to make sure they feel that way, right? Like, ah, man, I've gotten top notch service. I'm bringing this person on to help me, to free me up, because it is hard to, like, it sounds like, it's kind of a smaller deal. It's him, right? And he's servicing these clients. It's hard to hire a salesperson to go out and get new clients for you. I would say bring in the support behind you first and stick with what you do best. And that's probably go out and get the business. And then this person will mature along, hopefully behind you. And you'll find that eventually this client that you were so worried about, one of your biggest clients, naturally just all of a sudden starts dealing with the other person and they don't think
yeah,
anything of it. But
right.
but I think what John said, which is spot on, is it's all in the setup. So since he didn't do that initially, he's got to make that call now and, bring someone in. And, when we started, we sat literally we could lean back in our chairs and touch heads. I mean, that was 30 years ago. And that's how we learned and got really good at what we were doing. And we both understand the scope of the deal. And that's how you grow. I think you find the right person and make that phone call and start handing stuff off so you can free yourself up to, when I hand it off, I'd go, oh, and by the way, do you know anyone else who would appreciate a relationship like the one we have? Ask for a referral,
Yeah, probably not the time to ask for a referral, but
No, I'm kidding.
yeah, I know you are,
Right,
I mean,
right.
somebody's
Yeah, that's
going,
true.
"What? You ask for a referral
No,
then?"
no, not now.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, not now. Not now.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just transition. Find a good person, hand it off.
Yeah,
It's a nice warm handoff. You say the same thing you would have at the end of the sale
yeah.
if you already had that person. It's easy and fun to do.
And you say you can call me if you don't get the end, like John
Right, you
said.
say all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you say all that stuff, just set it up. And it's so much, what I think as a business owner, I appreciate phone calls like that instead of just
yeah,
all of a sudden, like, things aren't what I expect. Because when things
right.
aren't what I expect, then I worry. I go, well, wait a minute, what's going on? But I would
Yeah.
appreciate that phone call, and I would respect and continue building my relationship with whomever this vendor person was, I think.
Yeah, surprises like that. So good surprises are good.
Yeah.
Every other surprise isn't so good. Yeah. Yeah, and you can, I if somebody that I appreciate called me and said, "Hey, here's I go, "Well, that makes sense." I mean,
Yeah.
really, that makes sense. You know, it's, it depends on what you're selling and what you're
Right.
servicing.
Right.
I've been handed off way too many times to people who are like, "Really?
Mhm.
You did this to me?" Uh, uh, like
But
a,
it
there's
can't be
some
100% handoff. I mean, you can't go, I mean, I wouldn't. I would go, and I don't know. Like, again, we don't know the industry type
right.
here,
I don't know what they're doing.
but uh, start this person out handling some of the stuff, right? And then as they grow, I wouldn't just go, "Yep, I trained them," and hand it off. It's like, no, 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 no. You need to. We're going to deal with this together. This person's going to help me because I want to make sure that you get the top notch service, whatever, whatever. So they expect that. And then you wean it. You wean it. That's not a clean cut. Clean cuts like that never work for me anyway. Anytime we've been handed off to different business bankers in our business accounts. And it's like you get used to one thing, and then all of a sudden this new person comes in that doesn't even remotely close to operate the same way. And it's like, and they don't understand all the little nuances of all the things that go on. So yeah, I have to re-explain everything. Then frustration sets in, and then I don't like you as
Yeah.
much. So
Yeah.
do it right. Wean it in,
Yeah.
wean it in. You know what I mean?